1886, Frederick's first English language newspaper, the Maryland Chronicle,
1802,
begins
the
publication.
Fredericktown Herald publishes its inaugural issue.
1803, the Lewis and Clark Expedition Party leaves the Hessian barracks for St.
1810,
Louis.
Elizabeth Ann Seton opens the first parochial school in America. 1854, Joseph Dill Baker,
Roger
Frederick's first
Brooke
citizen,
Taney
is born
administers
in
the oath of office to President Abraham Lincoln.
1883, the Frederick News begins
1911,
publication.
the first airplane
The
lands
Tivoli
in
Theater,
Frederick.
now the Weinberg Center for the Arts,
1931,
opens.
Helen Keller visits
1943,
Frederick.
Franklin D. Roosevelt and Winston
1975,
Churchill visit the
Margaret
Margaret
Elizabeth
House on
Seton
West
is
Henry
canonized,
Street.
making her the first
1993,
American
the
born
Dulles
saint.
Visual Arts Center is dedicated on Carroll Street.
Carroll
Main
Creek
Street
Linear
Award.
Park officially opens to the public.
Frederick Magazine has been building community by chronicling the stories of those who make a meaningful difference in how we live and work.
A unique magazine.
For a unique community. Paul Gordon.
In my view, Frederick Magazine has become the lens through which we see and understand our community and ourselves. Kurt Anderson.
For it is these stories that unite us, inform us of our past and present, and inspire us to greater things. Elizabeth Day, President of the Community Foundation.
Now, as Frederick Magazine embarks on its 22nd season, the journey continues. A new era brings a new medium.
I'm Tom Gorsline, publisher of Frederick Magazine. Welcome to Off the Page.
And now you're skipping town, and just for fun, you'll meet yourself a trucker, name one-eyed Sam. Out on the lamb riding his big machine, all through the night you drove, and all the night on Highway 16, with the roses in between. Along the now, there ain't nothing gonna stop us now. There ain't nothing gonna slow us down. Down, 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 down.
Danny, what happened here?
This was the site where a very confused and distraught young man made a very poor decision, and as a result of that decision, he lost his life, and 13 businesses were displaced because of a fire. So it was a compounding tragedy.
What did you lose?
I lost a legacy of 20 years, a place that I came to every day. I stuck the keys in the door and opened up soft images. So I got a phone call from my wife, it was a little after 12, and said she had heard gunshots and the SWAT team had arrived and they were scoping up their rifles out in front of the salon. And so I realized that this was going to be a very different Monday, and decided that I would head back into town. And on my way back into town, she called again and said, with a lot of desperation and a lot of fear, that they had been evacuated and the building was on fire.
And to help us when we need. If people would just stop for a while.
There was a sinking feeling in my stomach. It was very surreal. I felt very vulnerable and afraid. The thought of the loss of my revenues, what would I do now? Did I have insurance, plenty of insurance?
What do you draw upon to get you through times like this?
you look inside of yourself and you figure out who you are, and you feel inadequate and very small and minute. And in times like this, people begin to pray to God. Experiences make us who we are, tragedies and victories. We go through things, and those are the things that help define who we are. And there are points on the timeline in our lives. Our life is short. I'm just a little guy, a country boy. I grew up in a great city, a great town here in Frederick. Lots of family and friends here, community, farmers, new metropolitan hip art people, musicians, and all of those sort of eclectic influences have created a person, and I get to be that person, and how fortunate that makes me.
The Knight brothers are from Mount Airy, Maryland. These 4 brothers are sons of Sarah and Carriel Knight. Danny, 19 years old, is a barber stylist. David, also 19, is a mail clerk and studying drafting. Dean, 16, is a junior in high school. And Curtis, 15, is a sophomore. They've come all the way to Nashville tonight for this contest, and of course they hope to go home with a grand prize. So here they are, the Knight brothers.
Lord, help me smile, another smile, just one more smile.
Lord, help me walk another mile, just one more mile.
I just can't take it.
Lord, help me smile, let me smile. I don't think I can make it on my own. I never thought I needed help before. But with a humble heart, on bending knees, I'm begging you, please help me.
Lord, help me walk another mile, just one more mile. I'm tired of walking all alone. Lord, help me smile, another smile, just one more smile. I know I just can't make it.
Our dad was in a band called the Knight Brothers Trio, and the band consisted of an uncle who was very talented, played with Roy Clark for many years. Kurt and I we laid low for a while. Chuck initiated the process of getting into the music and started going out with Dad and learning the ropes, you know. So they traveled a little bit.
So it'll always be there. We'll always have him, you know. His seat is always reserved with us, and it's a great thing to have memories when you have nothing else in that regard. A lot of people who lose family tend to just clam up, but for us, it opened us up.
We found out how precious brothers were, how important it was to be brothers. And the most important thing that music does for us, it brings us together. If nothing else, we get to practice every week. And if there's nothing else that would bring us together, holidays or whatever, music will. My best friends, they are,
I knew we were going to be okay because it's everything you deal with and the relationships that you give to people. And man, you guys got me at the wrong time. It's the relationships you build with people, and then you see the love come back to you in another way. And if you give something to somebody that's positive, I always believe that some point in time it's going to turn around and be given back to you. And the love from the community poured out, and I knew we were going to be okay. We're strong, and we're going to pull through this thing, and greater things are going to come.
Life does throw some curveballs, but man, you stand up, you just grab a hold of your faith and you move forward. And tomorrow the sun comes up again, and all of a sudden it's a new day. It's the way it works.
What does all this mean? Where do we go from here?
We go to work. We work hard, and we put it back together one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time.
From your golden throne to me, lonely me, I need to feel the touch of your tender hand. Remove these chains of darkness and let me see, Lord, let me see just where I fit into your master plan.
Hi everybody, I'm Jessica Paquin. Welcome to Off the Page. We're here in Frederick. We've got tons of stuff going on, including right here at the Temple. We've got a motorcycle rally and a fashion show. Let's go check it out.
Too sexy for my
Just wondering, how did you get involved with the Temple here today, with the rally?
Well, the Reiser family, who owns the business here, they're very charitable, and we are too. And they told us that this was all going to be raising money for charity, and would we help participate? And we said absolutely.
Right, I'm here at the Temple with Christian Reiser, the creator of the fashion show. Tell us a little bit about the fashion show.
Well, it's something we do every spring. It's part of a big fundraiser that we do with all the Palm Mitchell schools nationwide. We do one every spring. It's really just a chance for our students to express themselves artistically outside of hair. They have to do all their choreography, all their music, and they have to work together with a team and put a big evening on it.
What we do is not just about cutting hair. It's very creative. It's about making the world a better place. So.
We're here at the Linfield Complex at the Forget Me Not Gala, Dancing with the Stars. We're here with Mary Ellen Mitchell.
The event is sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association, the Greater Maryland chapter, and tonight we're raising funds to support all the programs and services that we provide, not only here in Frederick County, but across the 19 counties in Maryland that we serve.
Fantastic. How's the turnout?
This is our best year ever. We're sold out. We sold out this week, and people are just here and having so much fun watching all these dancers who've been learning their swinging their waltz, compete, and voting for them and raising money that way.
Oh, that's fantastic. So is this an annual event? Will this happen again next year?
This is the 9th year, and we're already talking about who we're inviting to dance with us next year. So.
here at prom night at the Armory. I'm here with Tad James. Tad, how are you?
Great, thank you very much.
All right, this is what you wore to your actual prom?
No, I wasn't in prom until, I don't know, 82, 83. It was probably a little tackier than this.
I think this is just great. I would have gone to prom with you in this. This is fantastic.
Excellent.
What's all this about this
time.
evening? Yeah, it's never too late to go back to prom.
That's right.
All right, what's all this about? What's going on?
Well, we're having a little fundraiser here. It's Maryland Ensemble Theater. This is our annual event fundraiser, and we've grown. This is the third year in a row that we've had this. We've been in business for, 14 years coming up. 10 years of producing main stage theater. So,
Nice, excellent, excellent. So what kind of event, what sort of stuff goes on while you're here?
Well, lots of dancing. Yeah, I mean, it's a prom, but it's a retro prom. So you can go in any style, any period you want. You know, I kind of looked at myself like my wife was going as Stevie Nicks-like, and I was going kind of Allman Brothers. So, you know, that's kind of where we went.
I would have said Lebowski, but that does work. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.